How are we gonna start this thing?
I can't talk too much because I'm holding my gut in.
Me too. Let's make it quick.
I'm out of breath. They say the camera adds 10 pounds.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't need any help in that area.
Me either.
I've already added 10 pounds to myself without the camera doing it.
Lemon water?
No thanks.
You ready?
Let me get some.
Get the gunk out of your eyes?
Yeah.
You don't need to pick your nose or anything, do you?
Do I?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Mine itches. Are you about ready?
I'm ready.
You got your hairs all in line and
I don't know. Not really.
gunk out of your eyes and gut sucked in. Suck it in. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Well, we have reached our 1,000 subscribers a few weeks back, and we had said all along that when we reached that we would answer some questions we've been receiving along the way, and we answered them several times in the comments and here and there a little bit, but we hadn't never really addressed a few of those questions, and I guess that's what we're here to do today. So what was some of the questions we was going to address, Lisa? What about us? What about us? We met in high school.
We met in high school.
What grade was you in anyway? I tell people all the time you was a freshman.
No, I think I was a freshman.
Because I was a
The
junior.
end of my freshman year.
I was a junior. That wouldn't be right. Wouldn't have been the end of your freshman year. Would it?
It was that winter of my freshman year.
There you go. Midway.
January 20th.
Yeah, January 20th. I remember that. So, you was a freshman, I was a sophomore, right? Is that right? Yeah.
You'd have been a junior.
Junior, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we better retake that.
So, yeah. We was kids in school when we met. We knew each other for about a year before that, maybe. Something like that, I guess. Maybe 2 years.
And I chased him until he caught me.
Yeah. Yeah, and she did ask me out.
I did.
She didn't ask. She said, "We're going out." I was like, "Okay." Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, we dated for a couple years and got hitched.
Yes.
That's been what, 36 years ago that we got married.
37.
That we got married? 37?
It was 37 in March.
I'm checking, so yeah, good job. Remember that.
Okay.
37. Seems like 100 years. So
He's going to have another mark on his nose before long.
that one's gone. So 37 years, and we've had a pretty good life together. We've done a lot of things since then.
We have done a lot of things. It's been an adventure for sure.
We've built some new homes and lived in them, and bought some old places and worked them over and lived in them. Started out in mobile homes from buying from the bank. Our first place we lived in was a place we bought from the bank that was repoed.
And it wasn't an old mobile home. It was fairly nice, but it
It was 2 years
was
old.
in kind of in bad shape. But when we went to get it, it had been out in a goat pasture, and they had got up under it and tore all the insulation out from under it and
Some of the plumbing.
plumbing. Yeah. Goats like to eat things.
Yeah, it was really a nice place, all in all. But it's in good structural shape.
It was.
The goats had done a number on the underneath of it, and the bank was just needing to get somebody that would buy the thing, and that's us.
That is us.
That's what we do.
So that's kind of what started our journey of fixing things up and making them better.
Yeah.
We like to take things that are needing a little help along the way and making it look better, be better.
That's how we've survived, is buying stuff and making it better and moving on.
Yeah. And I guess we can move on to our kids and grandkids.
Yeah. Have a son and a daughter. Go ahead.
Yep, we have a son and a daughter. We have a granddaughter and 3 grandsons.
Yeah.
Oldest granddaughter's 15 and our youngest grandson is just turned a year old. We enjoy them very much.
Yeah. So our son is the oldest of our kids, and he is the one with the teenage daughter and 2 boys. And then our daughter is the youngest of our kids, and she just has the 1 kid now. And you've seen him, if you've watched our channel, you've probably seen him on here as well, Grayson, the little bitty guy. But you've also seen Malachi, which is our son's middle child. And Levi has been on 1 time, I think. He's the youngest of my sons, our sons. So, and now we have cash
Now we have cash,
to keep us up at nights.
and he does. He does the job.
He likes to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Hopefully he grows out of that soon.
So, this property we're on here was my dad's property years ago. So a lot of the stuff that's on here, I don't know if we've showed much of the cleanup of this property, but we've worked on it a lot, cleaning up, and it's stuff that over the years we've hauled in here, and it's left over from my dad, and it's just a lot of steel and tractors and old equipment and stuff, and old railings, kind of like what we had on this, where we cleaned up some property years ago. Lisa and I did, and I hauled that in here and left it. But anyway, we dig through it and every now and then, but most of it just needs hauled off now. We're trying to get it thinned out. But we own this property now, and there's about 60 acres here. We did own this and 45 across the road. That was, there's 60 here and 45 across the road. 66 here, 45 across the road. Doesn't matter. So we sold that. That was a new house. One of the new houses we built was over there, and barn, machine shed and stuff, shop. And we moved around a little bit, just bought another place and worked on it. Sold it. Lisa just sold it out from under us, come home and told me she priced it one day, and so we was already working on this place because she seen it on Marketplace. And so we went and looked at it one day right after church, because she said, I like that mobile home. What we needed a mobile home for, but we went and looked at it and bought it. and pulled it up here because we didn't have nowhere else to go with it, and started working on it. And I don't know really what the plan was, other than you wanted it and we bought it, and we set it up here, and you sold the house just about time this was almost ready to move into. So we moved in here, and this is where we've been for 2 years. While we're working on the place that we're videoing most of, which is 30 minutes from here. And it sits on 5 acres there. So that property we purchased originally to thinking of living there, or at least having it as a second home up in that area, because we're in that area a lot. And I don't know, we've been back and forth on it a time or two. A month or two ago we was kind of thinking we was going to keep it, I think, and at the moment we're thinking we're not going to keep it again. So we really don't know. That's kind of the way we operate. Lisa will just get a wild hair one day and sell the thing and come home and tell me. So, and then that's how that'll go.
Worked pretty well.
It's just what we do. We spend pretty much all of our off time together. If we're not at work, we're together. And that's just the way we like it. It's the way we've always been. We both, in the business we had, we both worked there for a few years together. He was in the office, and it's just worked well for us. We've been very fortunate and have a close relationship.
So tell them your background.
My background?
How you know the things that you know.
Well, I grew up with a dad that did everything and anything. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. He had an excavating business and done a lot of dirt work around, and done a lot of plumbing. Built stuff. He had a shop that he worked in all the time, and if we wasn't busy out on a job somewhere, we was in the shop building a truck bed or a trailer, or rebuilding a backhoe or a loader or something, doing mechanic work. So my dad done a lot of things, and he was just really good at a lot of things. So I picked some of that up from him, the ability to just try anything is what I got from him. I can't do anything very good, but I'll try anything and muddle through it. So, but I've done.
That's where we got our name.
Yeah, I have done. After that, I owned an automotive shop for 12 years. We done towing and recovery with that. Then, and in there I worked for a car dealership for a while at one point, but then I went from there to a company where I done maintenance work, and that was a little bit of everything there. A lot of electrical there, a lot of it, a lot of high voltage and low voltage, and was into stuff like that a lot of fabrication as well, troubleshooting stuff. And then I left there and went into the field I'm in now. I was a diesel mechanic for a few years, 6 years or so, and then I kind of shifted over into more of an admin type deal where I'm at now, and in the same field, but I'm still around a fleet of trucks basically, and don't have to turn wrenches or anything anymore, but I've done enough of it to have an idea of what's going on with them. So anyway, thanks to my dad, I had a lot of experience doing all kinds of stuff. And so that's about the size of it, isn't it? Something else that we've done over the years was of course we mentioned redoing this porch that we had boar goats. We had 30 some boar goats for a while, and we enjoyed that. They had little ones all winter long, and we had them up in the barn, and they was pretty neat little animals. Got a lot of enjoyment out of them, and absolutely no income.
Yeah.
There was an expense, but we enjoyed them. So
we did enjoy them.
Yeah.
They each have their own personality, and they're just so. The little ones are just so cute to watch.
And funny.
Yeah, they are really funny.
Yeah, so we enjoyed them a lot.
Even the mamas are kind of funny.
Yeah. We've had horses. We've had a lot of horses over the years. Probably 10 or 15 altogether. Maybe 15. Probably 15, I'd say.
Our son used to like to ride horses quite a bit, and he and his wife, she really likes to ride horses.
Yeah, she broke horses for people, rode them out. She's really good with horses. So.
And we've had cattle.
Yeah, that was our big thing we done for several years, was run cattle. We did do a little combining and put up hay and sold some hay for a few years. But cattle, we had 30 or 40 head of cows. But our other jobs got to be too much just 4 or 5 years ago, and we sold the cattle for a while. And just decided to go at it a little easier, because we would come home at night in the winter and work half the night sometimes taking care of cattle, and get up early and go back to work, and so we needed a break from that. So now we don't, only livestock we have is cash. But we enjoy him, so, except for in the middle of the night.
So tell us about your family. How many siblings do you have?
Well, I had 2 brothers and a sister that were all older than me. My oldest brother's 15 years older than me, and my other brother, I had a sister then that was 10 years older than me that passed away from diabetes, and I think she was 40. 25 years ago, so she was about 40. So she passed away because of that. And then my other brother, which is 4 years older than me, and we've always been pretty close. We grew up together, of course, so and we worked together with my dad, and he worked for my dad for years and years, and now he works away doing heavy equipment. And he's a mechanic as well, has done a lot of mechanic work, so we've done a lot of that kind of stuff together. And then my mom still lives 1,000 foot from us, probably, and 92 years old, and up and doing stuff every day. Takes care of herself and going strong.
We're thankful for that.
Absolutely thankful for her.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about yourself?
I like raising pie.
You like raisin pie?
Yeah, that's all I want to tell.
That's all you want to tell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bacon.
Anything else you want to add to that?
Well, gas station hot dogs.
We already heard about that a few times in some of our videos. Okay.
What have you been up to? What do you do for a living? What do you do, Lisa?
I'm in accounting for the last
Forever.
22 years. And I'm planning on retiring in a couple years. So
Yeah.
there's that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yippee, retirement.
Yeah. And I've worked off and on at different jobs.
After our kids was a little older.
Right. Stayed home with them for a few years. But after that, been at the same job for the last 22 years, so. And I've enjoyed it, but I'll be glad to retire.
Yeah. She gets to retire a couple years before me, so. But we're looking forward to it. And just keeping on doing what we're doing, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But just without having to go somewhere else.
Right.
So instead of taking a year to redo a bathroom on a modular home, it might take a month.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of slow, but we only do this usually
Maybe.
on Saturdays.
Yeah, maybe 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah,
At a whack.
it's usually our only day we have to do that, to
Yeah.
work on a place, so
Yeah. It's tough.
it is tough.
We have to mow here, and we have another yard we mow, and then we mow up there, along with everything else. Church on Sunday, Wednesday night. I can't always make it on Wednesday night, but
Mm-hmm. We're Church of Christ, if anyone's curious about.
yeah. We've had a few questions about that, what we are.
I have 3 sisters, 2 older and 1 younger, and the 2 older sisters were all 2 years apart, and my youngest sister is 8 years younger than me, and my dad is still living. He's 82, will be 82 this year, and my mom passed away in 2018, brain cancer. And we grew up on a farm. We had chickens and hogs and cattle, and we did a lot of the things that Joe and I did here.
And horses too, didn't we?
Horses, yeah. And my dad's still pretty active on the farm. He doesn't have any of the animals anymore, but he likes to cut wood and just tinker on the farm.
Your sister and her husband have some cattle on his farm now,
Yeah, they do.
so he probably enjoys that.
Yeah. But he did concrete work until just a few years ago when his hip started giving him problems, and he decided to slow down a little bit. But
Lisa's dad is without a doubt, the hardest working man I've ever known. Worked in concrete every day, and he's 82. I'm in my mid 50s.
81. Yeah.
I'd be scared to death of the guy if he got mad at me. And that's not I'm not joking there. I would not want to tangle with him. He's just he's not a big man. He's a stout man though.
Yeah.
And he doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, he has something that's worth saying. First time I met him, he just looked at me when Lisa introduced me to him. He just looked at me forever, it seemed like, and then went back to eating his supper. And it was a year before he ever spoke to me. We dated for a year. So, but after I got older and had a daughter,
Kind of understood that.
yeah, I did. You get protective of your girls.
And your
That's what
boys.
Yeah, and your boys, but there's something different about a daughter. So I don't know if we did this any justice or not. It's hard to sit down and talk about yourself and answer questions.
We're pretty boring people.
We are. We don't do anything with any kind of a skit or notes or anything. We don't. We never have in our videos. We don't. We just start talking. So that means that Joe rambles quite a bit sometimes. So, but anyway.
I guess I don't know if we can speak to how our marriage has stayed strong, but
Well, that was a question about our marriage.
how have we kept our marriage strong? That was a question.
Well, that wasn't how it was worded, but they did ask about our life together. It said it seemed like we got along well and we're a good couple. And
We do. We laugh a lot together.
yeah, we're the same people whether we're videoing or not.
Yes. We always said that we would hate for someone to have something there recording us and see how we act, because we act silly sometimes, but we get enjoyment out of it.
And then now we're
recording it. We do have to cut some of the parts out though, but
yeah.
We
don't plan anything though.
that's just the way we are.
That's just
It's the way we've always been.
We start working on something, we just show up at the other place and put the camera in front of us and start talking, because we don't know. I could think about what I was going to say and it'd come out scrambled up anyways.
Yeah.
But we have had a strong relationship over the years. When everything else around us failed, that didn't.
Right.
Been through some really tough times, some sad times, and some really good times.
All of them.
And sometimes you're one of the tough times, I'm telling you, and I'm kind of sad in the middle of the night too.
And then the next day, he wakes up happy to see ya.
Yeah. I'm usually happy, even in the night, because he's always glad to see me. Pretty good little guy. Well, Lisa, I don't know of anything else. We've probably made a mess of this about all we can, so what do you think?
I think we
Close it
better
out.
close it out.
We might do if
Stop talking.
yeah. Just stop talking. Okay, so we're going to stop talking, and hopefully we do appreciate all of our subscribers, and we try to address any comment at least with a like or something. We don't get on there every day, I will say that. Sometimes this last few weeks I went a week without even getting on there because we're just busy and so much going on. But we do enjoy the comments.
And we've had a month here where we didn't put any content out, but we had some things going on in our lives that we felt like we needed to attend to. And when we do that, that cuts our day that we don't have to do videoing. So
We have limited time.
we do have limited time, but those things were needed to be. We needed to do those things, so
Yeah.
that's why we haven't put content out for a while. And
We'll try to address that maybe by a short clip there on our whatever page, community page or whatever. We'll try to address that in the future and let you know.
yeah, we appreciate the concern.
Yeah,
we
we
did
did
have
have-
some viewers who were concerned about us and asked if we were okay, and we truly appreciate that very much.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
And we hated that we kind of left you hanging there without letting you know what was going on.
He was AWOL.
But yeah, we just had some life things that
Was
came up
busy.
in life to take care of, and Grayson turned 1 at the beginning of the month, so
Oh, that took a
that
day.
was very important.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Priority.
yep.
One of our priorities. So anyway, we're gonna get off here. We appreciate you very much. If you're been watching our videos and haven't subscribed, we would appreciate it if you would, and follow us along. And if you got any questions, just ask. We'll try to answer them along the way, and then who knows, we may do this again in another year.
Yep.
So we'll see how it goes. So, thank you. We'll see you.
Thanks for watching.